And we are going. What's going on with everybody? It is your boy, Eric, aka Young God, coming to you live in the Green Dungeon, giving it to you real, raw, rugged. And I have a very special guest, looking very stylish on the other line. I will let her introduce herself. Who do we have here today?
What's up? It's Spelling. I'm back.
This is your third time here.
That's right. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Thanks for having me.
Of
Three
course,
times.
since Maisie Fly. Um, I feel hey, I gotta take credit in this, like, because after I would assume the next album is like when it got crazy, because that's when Fantano reviewed it, and a lot of people. Did you get a lot of attention from that after Fantano reviewed it?
Yeah. I was just thinking about this. Like, it was kind of day and night. Um, with that when the review came out, I woke up like, what is happening? Like, did somebody die? Like, that was my first thought. Was like, why would there be this many notifications? And like, I'm like, oh no, something like terrible happened. And then it was like, what? Like, I was just like, did not process that at all. Like
That's funny.
it was a big deal, and it got me like just the internet amount of internet attention just like blew up.
I never want to toot my own horn, but I'm gonna do a little tooting right now. I've only showed Fantano two artists, and both of those artists got the yellow flannel with the high score and whatnot. And you're one of those people. So
Well, thank you for sharing that.
shout
That's
out.
really cool.
There's this other guy named Grande Mahogany who I showed him last year. That guy, you gotta check him out. He's
I
insane.
don't know him.
He's like a black Finnish guy, from over there in like the Ireland area, and he makes like how how can I explain this? He looks like he time traveled from 1971, and he sounds like he time traveled from that era, and it's insane music. It's like Sly and the Family Stone type music,
Ooh, say less,
and
say
it's great.
less. That sounds right up my alley. I
Yes,
want to
yes,
check it
yes,
out.
yes, yes.
Okay, I will. That's exciting. I love being put onto new music. Like, I don't actively go out and search for new music. I just get put on by like situations like this
Yeah,
or friends.
Grande
Yeah.
Mahogany is great. And it's funny, I have another person written down that I wanted to show you because I feel like you would like this. This is a song from like the 80s though. Have you ever heard of
Ooh,
Strawberry Switchblade?
yes.
They have a song
Yes.
called Go Away, but it's the demo version. They have an official version,
Ooh,
they have a demo version. The demo version of Go Away is insane, and it sounds like something that you would make, low key. Like, it sounds like something you would have made like four
beautiful.
years ago. Like, it's
Oh,
beautiful song.
cool.
So yeah,
I love demo versions.
great song.
Sometimes they're just so like, even with my own music, sometimes I like I'm like, I kind of just want to like put out the demos.
Is is wow, the name is escaping my brain. It's a song Amazing Fly. It's the Take Me to the
Hard to please.
Is that a demo? Because it's two versions of that song on that album, right?
Yeah, there's let me think. It's like, yeah, there's the main version that's that's like all that I want to
Mm-hmm.
please. And then the reprise is the one that you're singing. And no, they're just kind of like two variations of ideas that I had that kind of were like dealing with that's the same concept. So I was like, why don't I just put both? It's like two sides of the same coin.
The reprise version is probably like still top three favorite songs of yours. That song is like that might have been like the second song I heard by you, and I was like, oh, this is the best artist ever. I don't know who this is singing, but she is the goat. That song, like it's like a part in that song. It's like a it's different like arrangements in that, because like the middle part where it's like the I want na 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 of my baby loves to fly. That song is
Yeah.
crazy. I absolutely love
I
that
forget
song.
about that song. We haven't played it live in a long time. Like a good friend of mine also loves that song, and he just opened a business like in Oakland. It's like a oyster bar slash like they have it's like a little kitchen, and they have champagne and stuff. And like he's like, opening day, I played Hard to Please reprise like 5 times.
No, that's one of those songs that if somebody's never heard of you, in my opinion, if they hear that song, I think they'll be like, "Who is this?" That's one of those songs that'll make somebody ask, "Wait, what is this? Who is this?" And I feel
Yeah.
like that's a song you probably should play live, because if somebody just happens to stumble into your show, like, let me see what this is, and they hear that, they're gonna be like, oh, I'm a fan forever. That's a special song. That song is great.
Well, that's good to hear. I think I was just thinking about we're about to tour and the new music, and we played in SF recently, and it was really good. But it was kind of still like a testing ground for like what songs from the old albums can we make sit well with the new stuff and the whole flow of the set list and stuff. And we played from non-Portrait of My Heart stuff. We played Legacy and Little Deer and Real Fun, and there's one other, like five old songs. And but I forget about some of. I don't know why I totally forgot about Hard to Please Reprise. I feel like we should do that for LA.
Please, please,
Like, yeah.
I have to see that live. You know, it's funny. Before I keep going, I do want to touch on one of the songs you brought up, because that's another just like very unique song in your catalog. I feel like Little Deer is like a song that sounds like, I think last interview I think I said it sounds like it's like a Disney song. It sounds like song that would be like in a Disney princess film, maybe where deer
Hmm.
transitions to like a freaking princess or something, like a like the frog one. That's what that sounds like. It
Yeah,
sounds like a Disney song. When I say that, do you hear that at all?
I do. It's something like it's almost started to feel kind of like a. Okay, I'm gonna be honest that I have like a little bit of like it kind of like irks me a little because only because I feel like in a bad way it's been a sort of like lazy way to like listen to the music where people are like, oh, it's like Disney music, but I feel like especially with Turning Wheel, there's so much intricacy to the concepts. You know what I mean? Like, and I guess Disney like has that too, where it's like it goes deep, it gets emotional. It's like it's for children, but it's also like dealing with like raw parts of like being a person in this world. So I do feel like it is very much cinematic and like definitely has that like ethereal like whimsical and like fairy tale sort of like that's built in like that's day one for spelling like it's gonna be ethereal, it's gonna be like fantastical and all that. But I think I can't remember which like some sort of review that had happened, maybe it was Pitchfork review or something, where it was like they didn't even get into any of the like
Mm,
concepts or the lyrics. They're just like, oh, it's fairy tale music, and it's like it just feels like an easy thing, you know what I mean?
I think that could be reductive, and like I feel like somebody like there's like a thing where people's like, oh, that's Mickey Mouse. Like, it's just like kind of like, it's not, like Mini Hut Junior type of stuff. But I
Yeah.
feel like Disney, for me, a lot of their like older movies has like beautiful soundtracks, and they're really
Mhm.
taking like the music serious. So when I'm saying like
Yeah.
it sounds like a princess movie, like I'm saying like I feel like Disney probably hires like the most like talented like violinists and like the most talented people or whatever, but just to kind of be
Totally.
like, oh, this is this is Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like very reductive. So I definitely would understand why you would feel some type of way where it's like, like somebody was just like, yeah, this is Goofy the movie soundtrack music. And it's like, all right, well, it's a little bit more than that.
No, but I totally hear you. And like those types of things feel like they have like a classic or like
Yeah,
eternal quality to them, which
yeah.
is like a huge compliment if it can relate in that way. So I want to make things that feel timeless.
And I thought it's a perfect transition, because before we talk about your new album, I read something or I saw something that I had a connection with you about. And it's a song that I feel like we both heard growing up. And this is a song that I've heard everybody from older people, young people, niggas that sell dope, everybody. I've heard play the song in Florida. Like this song in Florida, definitely hood niggas love this song. And it's this song right. I don't know if you know where I'm going with this, but it's this song
I'm
right here.
wondering. Oh my God, yeah. Within the first few seconds.
That song is people love that song.
Yeah, yeah. Something like there's like I feel like however you want to like write history, there's before and after this song. It's like that monumental. It really is. It'll come on anywhere, and it's just like everyone's just gotta like have this like like collective sigh, like yeah, maybe life isn't so Fucked up outro.
I've seen a video. It's not on TikTok anymore, and I'm so mad. But my friend sent me this video of like seven Florida hood niggas like in a parking lot playing this song on blast, and they had like their arms to the sky. They was praising the Lord. I'm like, yo, they having
There's
like a
nothing else you
spiritual
can
moment.
do. Yeah, there's literally nothing else you can do except like praise God when that song comes on.
What
It's like
about that
that.
song? Why do you think that song does that to everybody?
I mean, first of all, it's just a hot track. Like it just sounds really good. It bumps. It's like it feels like it's designed to be played in a car, and it's a time traveling song. I don't know exactly what I mean by that, but I feel like it time travels. Like it just like it's so Bay Area, but then it's like if it's reaching people everywhere, it's like striking some kind of chord everywhere. To me, that's like time traveling. And I don't know, it's like the whole song feels like it's built on ascension. It's
Mm.
like the way she's like it's when her like the way she's singing links up and it's like sometimes it feels like it's like you're going up but then you're kind of coming down too. It's like I don't know. You just can't not love that song.
No. Yeah, shout out to the people who are watching this that have no clue what we're talking about because we did not say what song we're talking about.
And like a couple seconds was played.
They're like, what is this song? It's Closer. And you know what's funny? I've never learned how to say her name. How do you say her name?
Guapale.
Guapale Closer.
Pretty sure. Yeah, I didn't know how to say it, and I avoided saying it for years because I
Yeah,
was like,
I was not about to say. I was gonna make you say. It. I was not about to mess her name up. Guapale from the Bay Area, right?
yeah,
From the
yeah,
Bay
she's a
Area.
Bay Area icon. I've seen her perform before at the New Parish in Oakland, and man, it just makes you like, yes, it's just so smitten
Yeah.
by her. Like,
Shout
she's
out to
great.
her. She's great. And from one bigger legend to another, you. I listened to this new album, and I think like my like final thought on the first listen was, you're probably gonna have like one of the best like discographies ever. Like I'm going to like I'm like I don't think she knows how to miss even if she tried because this is a completely different style from what you're used to putting out.
Yeah,
Correct? You
yeah,
you say?
yeah, it is. I think so. I think there's connections, but it's for the first time it feels like I don't know. I'm like I wonder how I'll think about it looking back, but it definitely was like let me lean into a rock palette,
Yeah.
like, and I've never had that thought in mind before. Usually, it's like each song is very much its own entity, and like just let it do whatever it wants, and I'm not thinking about it. But on this one, I still let the songs be themselves, but I was like, a rock palette is going to be a fun way for me to like glue everything together.
So we were talking about how I think it was Pitchfork or whoever you said that kind of like just that didn't really touch on the themes of the album. One of the themes that I
Yeah.
pick up on this album, even if it's not intentional, specifically like a song like Alibi, but it's the entire album. It feels like girl power. I don't know if that's
Hmm.
like intentional, but it just feels like if I was a girl and I wanted to be like girls rock, I would listen to this album because it feels so like just like I don't know like girls rock. I don't know. That's such a reductive way to kind of say it, but that's the tone of just like kind of I'm taking back my power
Yeah.
type of album.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's for sure like tapping into younger self, kind of like that adolescent, like high school version of myself. A lot of my music does, but even more so full throttle on this one. Like I wanted to serve attitude, like I wanted to show this side of myself that, you know, I am just multifaceted as an artist. Like I think I'm inspired by a lot of things and like grunge music, rock music, all indie rock was stuff that was like that was the soundtrack. That was what my friends were listening to. The first friends I made in high school, what I was like, the type of music I was put on to, and like that was a huge part of my life. And so it's like, of course, it found its way in old stuff that I made, but like way more subtly, you know. And
Yeah.
so I was like, let me just rock, let me rock.
No, I like I said, this is like I forget the name of the album, but the artist Jamila Woods, she put out an
Mm.
album Let's look it up real quick. Legacy, Legacy. I remember hearing that album, and I remember
Yeah,
thinking like, if I was like, I love that album, but I was like, if I was a woman, I would probably even more love this album because it just
yeah,
feels like such a like. I like this feels like every young girl, every young black girl should hear this album. And hearing
yeah,
this, I feel like every girl should like hear Portrait of My Heart. It's such a great album. It's for everybody. I'm a man and I love the album.
like,
But it's just like even like the and I won't take you back this time. I'm like, don't take him back. Yeah, don't take him back this time. Leave this nigga in the dust. Please. And it's an album that it takes I feel like it takes the listener on a journey because like for example Destiny Arrives, I feel like that's more of like a sound that we're used to hearing you do or whatnot.
yeah,
Beautiful
yeah.
video, by the way. The video feels like
Thank
you're
you.
like on the set of Spy Kids. I don't
Oh
know.
my God, you have like such a you're on it. Like one of my good friends was like, I sent her the layout, like some of the test shots, and she was like, it's giving the the I can't remember which one of Spy Kids, but it's giving the like lair, the castle lair from
Yeah.
Spy Kids, like, and I was like, oh my God, that's amazing because I love that. That's what people are getting here.
No, that's exactly what I felt like when I watched it. I was like, wait, did the director of Spy Kids make this video? What is going on? I love that video. I love the song. But then you have something like Satisfaction. Satisfaction, the way it starts off damn near like a this came in my head. I was like, it sounds like a '90s Brandy song, and the way like you're just singing at the very beginning, but then it
Yeah,
progresses into like damn near like a metal song, like the last 30 seconds, like the dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, like it's very
yeah, yeah.
heavy, and I'm like, this is not Brandy anymore. this is this is crazy, and I love that song because I'm not gonna lie, you swerved me because at the beginning I'm like, okay, she just threw a random R&B song because like just the way that you start off singing with the let me down. That just sounds like a '90s
Uh-huh.
R&B song. Like it sounds like you're finna just start jamming over like some type of beat made by like Jodeci or something. But
Yeah.
no, it's like Metallica made that, made the production to that. It
Yeah.
goes super duper intense. Can you just talk? I don't know, like I don't know how to ask you that, but just I guess more just talk about the making of that song.
Mhm. Yeah, I thought that so that hook that you started playing, let me know, na, na, that came up first. It kind of reminded me, or like I was like picturing myself. It was kind of like a Michael Jackson kind of like
I
riff
can
too,
hear
you
that.
know,
I
like
can hear that.
the approach and stuff. I think I was like revisiting a bunch of like Michael Jackson albums at that time, and I was like, ooh, something about the quality of his voice, like alone, is just so like doesn't need anything else, and that was kind of part of why I was like I could put ton of effects on my vocals at that intro, or I could just let it be really raw, and I think that would kind of throw people too. Like I was like into that idea, um, and then I don't really. This song feels like the most mysterious to me about how it came together, um, and I write everything on my sense, so it's like things when I write them, they can feel really dramatic, and I was like, oh, I know it's gonna like swell, and it was much more of a like a Queen of Wands kind of song at first. The way I put it together, it was like I had that opening part, and then it was like all these synths like being crazy, and then I'm like, what if it wasn't synths? What if it was guitars? Like that was
Mm.
kind of like what kind of kept happening with all the tracks was like, what if it was guitars? And then what would that do? And it started. If it worked, it worked. If it didn't, I didn't keep it. But it really worked with that song.
No, that's
Yeah.
like I said, the last like 45 to 30 seconds. Like hearing that, I'm not even somebody who like wants to like or like I like just like fiend to see like super heavy rock music live because I feel like there's like
Mhm.
mosh pits, people throwing elbows, and I don't want to like
Yeah.
I don't need to kill anybody. I don't need somebody to elbow me and they
Yeah.
die. I don't need that. So, but the last 45 seconds of that, I want to see that live so bad because I feel like everybody will be headbanging. It's so
Yeah.
intense and it's so weird because that's not what I expect from you, but you do it so well. That's why I say like I feel like you're gonna have the best discography because that's not like if somebody told me you were going to make a song that sound like that, like no she's not, that's not the type of music she makes, but the fact that you did and it sounds like you've been making that music your entire life. It's beautiful, and you're so talented at switching genres like that. It's crazy.
Thank you. Yeah, I we played it in SF, and people started moshing to Portrait of My Heart. That
Mm.
song kind of set it off, and then when we played Satisfaction, I looked up and people were like straight up like headbanging, and like there was a lot of young people there, bless their hearts. I was like, if I were here, I can't, like I said, I'm like you, I'm like, I will be watching the mosh pit from the balcony, or from like my spot backstage, but I can't. Yeah, I can't be having like elbows in my face, but I really appreciated it. That was like kind of like a little dream fantasy of mine, was like a spelling mosh pit. There's no way, but
That's
there was a way.
hilarious. I'm just imagining like you perform that song and like during the last 45 seconds you're like hiding behind the curtains. Everybody's like fighting each other.
Yeah, a riot.
That is
And
so
then like
funny.
that being in the same set as Little Deer is pretty funny.
That see
It's like,
that's one who has like the range is insane. Like the fact that you can make Little Deer and then you can make Satisfaction. It's like you can't get more opposite if you tried. You know, like are you gonna put out a hip hop album next? Are you gonna be rapping next? You know, like it's just it's crazy. Can you rap?
I cannot rap.
I don't
I
believe that.
cannot act. I absolutely cannot act. I've been asked to like be in roles for things, which I would love to do, but I'm like, I promise you, I'm gonna disappoint you. Like, as soon as the camera starts rolling, I turn into like, I get so awkward. I don't know. It's like people expect because I'm a good performer or like a good musician that I would be a good actor. It's not how it
Why
works.
did everything in me when you said you're a bad actor? I wanted to give you like an improv topic and just have you go. Just have you go.
Please. Yeah, you want to put me in the hospital of embarrassment?
That's so funny. Have you
I will die of embarrassment.
was that ever a thing in your life where you wanted to be an actor and you was like, I'm not good at this, or was that just never a thing you even wanted to do?
I think I don't know why, how I know that I'm such a bad actor. I think it's like, I don't, well, I've grown a lot, but I used to be so terrified of like the stage, which is like, for me, well, like playing songs and doing music is different. Like, I feel like I'm just doing me, like, I'm
Yeah.
just like being me, but like having to like pretend to be something else, or like I'm not good at it. I don't know. I'm like, how are actors like, just like, you have to be a terrible person to, to be an actor. You have to be a really good liar. No, I'm just kidding. I just like don't get it. And I did theater in high school, like everybody does, just for like just to get units, and I hated it. I was like, I would try to hide in the back, like, so the teacher was like really based and would forget who was even in the class. So a lot of times I got out of doing my monologues or doing my roles just because I was like sitting off to the side.
I like to fancy myself as a decent actor, but I went to a middle school of arts. It was like a arts middle school, and you had to audition to get into the school. So I auditioned for theater, but I like literally the day of, I didn't know you were supposed to come with a monologue and this and that. So like it was the worst audition ever. And then they were like, "All right, we're gonna give you a topic to improv on. There's your imaginary dog right there. Talk to him." So I'm not gonna lie, I was talking to you off camera as if I like dogs. I hate dogs. Dogs are the bane of my existence. I absolutely hate dogs. So I had to sit there and talk to a dog that it was. I don't even know how to talk to it. It was so bad. I don't even.
Were you like
I think I got on the
talking
floor.
shit to him?
No, I think I got on the floor and started kissing the dog, and I think that probably looked really weird. They're like, "What the, you making out with the dog?" It was so bad. So I will not put you on the spot just because when I was put on the spot doing improv when I was in I was in fifth grade I was 11 years old. Oh, that was the worst thing of all time.
Yeah, no, just see, I just totally freeze up with like the thought of like an improv sketch or prompt, anything like that is like, no,
Do you think you're
worst nightmare.
do you think you're good at like not freestyle rapping, but like when you hear like a no, not gonna have you freestyle. That'd be insane. But like
You're
when
gonna
you
ask me to freestyle?
but like when I hear a beat, rather if it's like a rap beat or if it's like a R&B beat, whatever, I think I'm like pretty good at coming up with like a melody really quickly, like a hook or a
Yeah.
melody. Do you think you're good at that?
Yeah, absolutely. All the time. Like I do that at all times. Even with songs just on the radio, I'll be like, oh, this would be the alternate, like, like this would be the pre-chorus instead. Like I come up with other versions of songs all the time, and that was like something I had to learn that not everybody does.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Or like not everybody's just like musical like that. I just took that for granted, and it wasn't until I started making things that I'm like, oh, like this is something that I'm actually really good at, and like it
Yeah.
takes a certain ear to even hear certain things. Like,
Is there a popular song that you think like if you had like the production you would like do it a different way?
ooh, there's totally. I'd have to think on it for one off top, but there's lots of songs I'd love to have like a rendition of. You were mentioning Brandy. I think there's a lot of like super like mainstream pop songs that I would love to do in like a spelling way. Like I
Mm,
feel like that have like such a like a catchy. They're just like built in so catchy and like relatable, but like something about like is there's a certain Brandy song I'm trying to remember right now. Um or Monica too.
yeah.
Maybe like Angel of Mine as like in like a like spooky form could be
Mm.
really cool.
Hey, a EP idea. You do like 5 songs, and like you replay, have like a band like do like a different type of interpolation of the song, and you'd like do your own like take on it. I think that would be like an interesting EP idea of just like 5, like a Monica song, or then like it's like a Nirvana
It'd be
song, and then it's
super
like that.
cool.
I think that would be cool. So yeah,
That'd be really cool.
I like that. I like that. I feel like because like I said, even like your range is so crazy to me that I would love to hear you do like a R&B song. Because like, how would you just say like you're an artist? Like if somebody said, "Oh, what type of music do you make?" Like somebody who has no clue of who you are, what would be your response?
Um, I get asked this a lot of times, and I say something different each time.
Right now, I don't
And
know you.
it never, I
As
usually
like,
say like, I'm a musician, I make experimental pop music,
mm,
is kind of how I put it. But it doesn't always feel like that really paints a picture. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But otherwise, it's too hard to describe. Sometimes I'm like, if you to try to give people like touchstones, I'll say like, have you listened to Kate Bush? It's kind of like a blend of like Kate Bush and like Sade,
mm,
but then with the new stuff happening, I want to also throw in like No Doubt or something. Like
yeah.
there's that. So I think pop, experimental pop, kind of like encompasses as much of it as that category can.
No, for sure. I might be a terrible person.
Yeah.
I might be a terrible person because I was definitely going to be like, let's improv. I'm a person that doesn't know you. You're you. Let's do it. I want to do that so bad. I can
I should have never said anything. I should have
this
never said
this whole
anything.
interview just now based off me coming up with improv topics for
It's all gonna be one bit.
it's just a
I
big
actually
bit.
do have a song that kind of does borderline. I'm like lightweight spitting on it. I'll have to send it to you. It's a
Really?
song that never made every album. Like, it's never made it on.
Mm.
And I like the song a lot, but for some reason, it's just always too much of an outlier to mesh with the rest. It's called Beautiful, and it's like it's coming. It's a remake of a song that my dad used to play a lot. That was off of this like Bay Area, like a like 90s Bay Area mixtape. Like, and the beat is so good. It's like the hook, the it's like the guy who's rapping also sings the hook, and he's like, it's like, I'm so beautiful. And he can barely sing. He can like barely sing, and it's like something about that makes it so good. And but I was like, oh, that if I sing it, like I want to redo the song, like I'll sing it, like sing it. And then instead of rapping in the like verses, I'm singing it, but it's like got the flow still. So that's like probably the closest I would get to like a hip hop song.
All right, I'm holding. I just wrote down. Tell her to send me beautiful. I need to hear that. That sounds
Yeah, I'll send
interesting.
it to you. I
Um,
really want to make it. I want to put it out. It's been like since 2018. It's just been off to cast to the side because I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. Maybe I'll just release it as a single at some point.
I gotta hear that. Something is so beautiful about people who conventionally can't sing, but they make it work. in like their
Mhm.
own way. My biggest example of somebody who like is not like a conventionally great singer, but when he sings, I'm always tapped in. J. Cole does like a singing voice sometimes that sounds like so like it's like he's gutturally singing, but it's like
Yeah.
it's great. It's enduring because I can tell he's bearing it all, you know. So I love
Yeah.
people do
I
that. I
really
love
like
that.
that too. I really love that. It's like I want to hear you're just like a little out of your element, but you're still like you're passionate. So
Exactly. It's the best. It's the best. Another thing that's the best is Drain. That's probably my favorite song. I don't know, but that's the song that like when I heard it, just from the very beginning with the guitars, and then you come in with the into your love. That song is nuts. I absolutely
thanks.
love that song. Have you been hearing a lot of feedback about that song, or is that just my favorite? Am I the only one that loves that song? Like that song is crazy to me.
No, that's definitely like it's been a favorite. I could tell from people. I did this Bandcamp listening party, like an early listening party, and I was looking at the chat, and when that song came on, everyone was each song favorite, favorite, favorite. But then like when Drain came on, everyone was like, just take it back. This is the actual favorite, and like, and that's one of my favorite too. My favorite track is Waterfall. It's Waterfall and then Drain. Um, and once again, I think I was on that Michael Jackson tip with like that line, into your love, just like the delivery, and I'm like, it's super fun to sing. It was one of the funnest songs to record, and like it's one of the best to perform. So I'm really I'm really happy with that one.
This is so interesting because now you have me like reimagining Michael Jackson as an artist in the sense where it's like, what would have Michael Jackson sounded like over like rock production or something like that? You know,
Yeah,
super
I
interesting.
mean he does it. I mean like Bad is kind of like
Yeah.
that. It's like the pop music is just so it's so much of everything, and like he was really like set the set the tone for what it could be to like blend like rock music into like R&B and pop. Like he definitely was doing that. So it's always a touchstone for me, just like Prince, like what he did with his sound, and like could own it, and like it's rock, but it's like it's Prince rock, it's
Yeah.
like
Did you know that Drain was going to be one of the people's favorites when you were making it, like before the Bandcamp listen session?
I thought so. I thought it should have been one of the singles, but it's longer, and I kind of was like, let's save something for people to like
Mm.
be hyped off of when the full album comes out. So, and it's just one of those that's like it's more of a slow burn. Um, and like versus a song like Portrait, where it's like like it's like really charging forward with the energy. So but yeah, I thought it was a good contender for like to be a single for sure.
Are you good at like predicting what songs are probably going to be the most popular?
Yeah, it's really hard to tell though, and like I'm noticing like I'm doing this thing with my friends. It's called have you heard of Music League?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing one of those right now, and so it's like I'm learning that I kind of have like B-side taste, like sometimes compared.
Mm.
Does that make sense? Where
Yeah.
it's like I kind of like prefer songs that might not be the most popular, or like aren't the most like straightforward. I'm learning, and it surprises me. I'm like, what? Like this is the song, that that one, or like whatever. Like my taste is a little different. So sometimes it's hard, and I'm like, I'll feel so sure about things, and then I'll be proven wrong with like what songs perform the best with my own music. But I knew Portrait of My Heart was the one, and everybody like on my team agreed. And then like another one was Analog, where everybody on my team was like, oh, this is a single, like this is a banger, we got to put that out. And I was like, really? I feel like the energy's so like laid back, and it's so immersive. It's an immersive song. Doesn't mean that's like not something that people will enjoy, but I just wasn't convinced about it as a single, and I wasn't sure how people would receive it. I feel like sometimes I like downplay or like I underestimate people's like capacity for loving music in this day and age. Sometimes I feel like people have lost patience or like don't really like can't have a lot of like presence for music that isn't in your face, you know? So
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if people are gonna really like Analog. But yeah, that's been one of the favorites too, Drain and Analog. Um, and then Alibi, it was between Alibi and Waterfall as the second single. And my intuition was like, I really want to put out Waterfall. That's my favorite, like it should be. But then my team was kind of like, but Alibi is really fun and like you should do that. And I kind of was like, okay, let's just see what happens. But now I'm learning like I regret it a little bit, but it's whatever. It's like the whole album's there. I hope people will just listen to the whole thing.
No, I feel like it's funny because usually the artist, like you'll ask an artist, like, "What's your favorite song off the album?" And a lot of times it's not the single or it's not the singles. It's usually like a deep
Yeah,
cut on the album where it's
yeah,
like it's track number 12 and you know what I'm saying, and like everybody's not listening
yeah.
to 12. So it's always interesting because I feel like I'm the same way when I listen to music. My favorite song will be the deep cut, but everybody else is so like
Mm,
it's like this is the single. This is like the best. This is clearly the best song on the album. So that is
yeah,
a super duper interesting thing the way we I guess digest music. But no, Toro sounded
yeah.
great on that on that song.
Thank you. Yeah, I think he was. It was like a good octave for his voice. Like
Hmm.
it felt really comfortable for him to sing it, and it's very sweet. And I can like think back to us in the studio. It took a long time. I didn't think that would even happen, just because like we both live in the Bay. His studio is like down the street from mine, and I see that fool all the time. And he's very with the wind. Like it's hard to pin him down. It's hard to like like I'm like it's gonna be serendipitous if this works out, and it really did. And like once I was in the studio with him, I was like, is it really? Is he really here? It felt too good to be true.
No, yeah, that's a really good song. It's like it's like this album is you kind of like showing people that you can do it all, and I don't care what you say. I know you can rap. I don't. I have a feeling that like you can also rap. You can sing. You know, and it's interesting because you said that the tone of his voice fits that song perfectly. Do you see
Mm.
yourself as somebody who could like executive produce for other people?
I really want to.
Mm.
That's something that I really aspire towards. And like when I think about the longevity of my career, like I've been a little torn. I feel like I've been like half and half about where I want to dedicate my energy to, which is like, I don't know. I do feel like compelled to be on stage and to be this figurehead for what I make. And I think I do it well, but it's also very distressing in a lot of ways. It's like constant like looking at myself and equating it to what I'm doing and like the value coming there. And that's like it takes a big emotional toll where you're like, like everything's coming from my body and it relies on that.
Yeah.
And so there's something about the idea of producing and like doing what I do for other people that I feel like I would be really, really like I would be really fulfilled by that. And it would kind of alleviate like that identity thing where it's like, oh my God, like you're constantly looking at yourself, you're constantly like judging yourself and what you do. And it's like I would still do that and like bring it for whatever music I'm producing, but at least it's kind of like off the spotlight. So there is something really appealing about that. And I've had some chances to kind of flex in that department, like just collaborative stuff. I worked with this band, Show Me the Body, and we put out a song last year in September. And I was like, oh, this will be a test to see like how I really do, because there's all other components too. It's like it's very men dominated. Like usually in a space like that, it's like you have to extra stick up for yourself, and like you have to twice as much mean what you mean and say like to get your point across and like to get your ideas across. So like I luckily like in that when we were making that song, like they're very like tuned in and like they were listening and like it all like came together really well. And this other guy, Simon, he produced a couple tracks on Portrait of My Heart with me. He did Drain. He did a lot of the bangers. He did Drain, the Sometimes cover, and Waterfall. And I've been spending a lot of time with him, like in his studio, watching how he works as a producer. And I'm like, I love this. I love this so much. Like, this is the stuff that I do at home also, but like his stuff, like he's dedicated to like, this is what I do, you know? So it's like everything's teched out. Everything's like, his station is like immaculate. Like the workflow is immaculate. So I like, that really makes me so excited. And I want to like be more locked into that kind of, like, I want to be able to, when the moment calls for it, be able to step in and do that.
Yeah. Improv topic. I'm the executive producer. I'm just I'm not letting this joke. I'm not letting this bit die. That's funny. But no, seriously, that's so funny. I asked you that though because a dream of mine. I have a few artists in my head that I want to executive produce. That I feel like sometimes I feel like this artist isn't making the music I think that they should to maximize their potential and their skills. I feel like they're doing things that are, the best for them. And with you, I think it's interesting because it kill two birds with one stone. Because one, you could be fulfilled by doing that and not putting out, trying to exert too much energy out. But also, I feel like it'll keep your name in the ethosphere because it's like, oh,
Yeah.
she didn't put out an album, but she executive produced this album. So it's like it's keeping your name relevant and it's also fulfilling you, artistically. And I think that would be interesting because just from listening to the music that you can make and the range you could do, and the way that you arrange his voice on that, I feel like was perfect. Like you said, that his tone was perfect for that song. So yeah, I think that would be something that fans would like, and I do think that's probably something that would probably fulfill you as a human.
Thank you. I really want that. And I'm trying to like put that out there in the world more. And it's like, I'm realizing people are down, it's sometimes you don't, I would just think of it like, oh, that's never going to happen. Or like like who would let me in that way. But I think people really want, people really, like a lot of artists, I'm learning that I'm like a lot of artists' favorite artists, like people who I wouldn't even know listen to spelling do. And it's been like really cool to tap into that and like build resources and connections off of that. Cause it's like, okay, maybe I'm not like super popular in the outer, like in the mainstream
Yeah.
world, but like in the music making world, the people who are actively making things and cool things, they know about it and they're like, they want to help out,
Mm.
they want to like be a part. So I've been trying to really tap into that.
I never thought about it, but like your name being spelling and it's spelled wrong, is that like is that supposed to be like ironic on purpose?
A little bit, yeah. It's like that was kind of the second part of it, but mostly it was like I didn't want it to just be the word spelling,
Okay,
like
I thought,
literally.
yeah,
And I thought if I add a third L, it also kind of like, and yeah, it makes it its own thing. It
yeah.
makes it its own word. It makes it its own, and like it made me think about a sort of like weird little like little like magical elf character, like
Mm.
a like it's like a little like creature, kind of like a spelling is some kind of like magical creature, and that's that's where that came
I
from.
like it. I like it. I mean, that's
Yeah.
smart. I think all the time. I mean, God really blessed this guy. His name is Future. I mean, the fact that you Google Future and he pops up, that's insane. You know how many other things are about the future and Back to the Future? Like, he's probably more popular than that right now.
It
So,
does.
I mean,
It really
let me
does.
see. Let's see. The first thing pops up when I Google
Fact
Future.
check.
Let's see. Future. Look, first thing popped up when I Google Future was him making a hilarious face. A very confused
He's
face.
surprised too. He's
Yeah,
like, no way.
that's
He's
what
like,
that
ain't
is.
no way.
I'm popping up on Google. That's that face right there. That's hilarious. Um, you're very like I would say like you're also like a very like entertaining like funny person. Like, would you ever do like anything comedy related? You think?
Do you ever do improv?
Yeah, just that's another way for me to say, would you do it, bro?
Oh my god.
Oh man, that's so funny. No, you are. I do feel like you're very like I feel like you're a very good conversationalist, but I also do think like you're funny as well.
Thanks. My dad is a character. I think I get a lot of my sense of humor and wit from him. He tried his hand at stand up comedy for a minute in like the circuit in Sacramento.
See,
So
I was feeling. I knew something had to be connected with comedy with you. I knew it. I knew it.
yeah, I love funny people. I think like I could be friends with anybody as long as they're funny. You know, like there's something about. I think there's something very similar to like comedy and music.
Yeah.
It's like the the idea, like getting your idea out in a way without saying it exactly. Like it's the same thing music's doing. It's like it's about this thing, but it's like it's showing you what it is instead of telling it. And it's like same thing with comedy. Like when you get the punchline or the joke, it's like you get this like spark, and it's like oh, like
Yeah.
it's so good. It just makes you feel like you understand something new, like it in a way that just like wasn't pointed out before. I love stand up comedy. I love like and just like the my best friends in my life are just like people who are hysterical. Like I don't they're broke, but they're so funny.
I was just gonna say shout out to like the terrible men who've gotten like the like most beautiful women for just being funny, but like they're so funny that it's distracted how terrible of a person that they are.
It works. It
That's crazy.
works.
Why?
Yeah.
That's something I've always thought about. How does that work? Because I've seen a bunch of dudes who are terrible people, who are very funny though, and they get like the friggin' most baddest girl of all time, and it's like, damn, you really just like laughed your way into like her heart, but she don't even know.
It's a
Like,
currency. I feel like being funny is its own form of money. It really is.
that's
And
a good
it's
point.
like it's magnetic. You just want to be around somebody that can make you feel good, make you laugh. Like I think, yeah, just like laughter transcends literally everything else, and it's like such a more powerful emotion or like feeling than like sadness.
Yeah.
Because like you can be the most down bad and like literally like you could be facing like losing everything in your life, and there's if the right joke is made, it pulls you out of the moment, it pulls you out of your circumstances. That's why it's so powerful. Like it can really just like take you out of your situation.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
I it's so funny because we're coming to like the end of this, and for the last like 5 minutes, I have been like scanning your background to give you like something. I was gonna be like rhyme something with like howdy or rhyme something with like why do I want you to freestyle? I don't the things you told me you're bad at. I want you to do for whatever reason. I think that's like a toxic trait of mine. I'm like, oh, you're bad at that. Let's have you do that one thing in front of everybody.
Do something. It's literally the like one of two things I'm bad at in this lifetime.
Acting and freestyling.
Rapping, yeah, freestyling. You'll never catch me freestyling unless like my life was on the line.
Nah, I respect it. I respect it. Okay, what is like a hidden talent of yours that you are good at that people wouldn't guess?
Hmm. I don't know if I have like hidden talents. I feel like I'm pretty good. I'm like one of those people who are like annoyingly competitive. I don't know if that comes through, but I am, and I have to really check myself and like be like, this is not. You're not gonna lose your friends over this. Like over what? You know, like over a game. Like
So like
I've
would you get
put
like
friendships in jeopardy.
would you get super competitive if like we played a Connect Four?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what like. But we have my friend got me this little mini basketball game
Yeah.
for my birthday. It was the best gift I've ever gotten in my life, but also has put many. It's like caused so much drama too, because like I'll bring it places and like it like I brought it into the studio. It's like a little clip. You just like set it up on the door,
Yeah.
and like just like downtime would just be like shooting these mini basketball games and getting so upset, like getting so mad that like we'll do like shoot offs and stuff with the band, and it's like this has no place in the studio. Like it went from being like a fun activity to like now people are hurt, like feelings are hurt.
That's so funny. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I think I have the perfect way to end this interview. You can say no because you might get too competitive. You already said you. I
No.
was going to say we should close this interview. I was gonna screen record my phone. We should play freaking Connect Four, and and through iMessage, the little iMessage Connect Four game. We could do that and see who
Does
wins.
it?
Yeah, do you have like the whole list? I'll send it to you, see if it works real quick.
Oh my god,
This is.
I never took
Have you
advantage of
never
the.
played the iMessage games? Are the best.
No.
They have like 8 ball. They have like word games. They have basketball.
Oh, I
Connect.
do play 8 Ball. I was playing 8 Ball
Let's see. Let's
with
see.
friends.
Did you get that?
Let's see.
Oh, it's gonna be.
Oh, I did get it.
Let's go. It's gonna be so fun.
Let's play.
Are you good at Connect Four?
Can you really be good at Connect Four?
I think it's a strategy game. I don't think it's like a
I
game of
haven't played
luck.
Connect Four for like since I was like 10 years old.
Really? I'm like a Connect Four guy. I love Connect Four.
Like a Connect Four head.
Yeah, I'm a Connect Four hit for sure, for sure. Oh, this is so funny. Did you get the invite?
Okay, wait, I sent it.
There we go. All right, let's go. Let's get it.
It's like some classy little music in here.
Yep, a little classy little music going on right now.
So I'm just trying to get 4 in a row, right?
Yeah, 4 in a row. 4 in a row. Wherever you.
You have a strategy. You went right in the center.
I did go right in the center.
I don't like that. I'm gonna get
Oh, this is great.
addicted to Connect Four. I see what you're trying to do.
You see what I'm trying to do? Let's see. Oh, this is so funny.
Yeah, 8 Ball. Have you played 8 Ball with
I
people?
love 8 ball. I love 8 ball. 8 ball's so fun.
I play a lot of pool in real life.
Really? Are you good?
I'm okay. Mostly it was like a really fun thing to do. Just like I like doing like stuff to just totally take my mind off of like when I'm writing music. I'm like I need to play some kind of game or activity to like just distract my brain.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand that. Ooh, I almost made a terrible decision. Let's go right there. What is the best game you think you're like good at?
I have you heard of Contact? The game
I
Contact?
don't think I've ever heard of Contact.
It's a word game. It's like a word association game, and you really just try to get people to say the word that you're thinking of. It's almost like a telepathic game.
That's. Oh, yes, I have heard this before. I didn't know that's what it was called though.
Yeah, Contact. I love that. I love word games. I love what's this other game? Me and my friends play. Oh my god, I can't think of it. But I just like very like mental games.
Are you good at like?
Yeah,
Are you good at, like
shutting me
charades?
down. Charades are it's borderline acting, so
You're
I'm,
good for
I'm
it.
anti-acting.
I love that you're. Are you a movie person at all?
I do like movies. I'm kind of that person that watches a lot of the same stuff over and over. You feel me?
Favorite film ever?
I was obsessed with the movie The Wiz.
Yo,
Still am.
I always say that my elementary school was so black that the play we did wasn't The Wizard of Oz. We did The Wiz. And I
Yes.
played the Scarecrow. I was Michael Jackson. That was the most fun
You
thing of
did?
all. I was falling around because he's like clumsy. That was the most fun I've ever had in my life. Freaking, we were come on in. He's so down.
Did
He's
you
so
have the
down.
little
Yes, I had everything. I have to
the
find
nose?
video. I have to find video of it. I was decked out with the nose and everything. It was so fun.
Amazing.
Oh,
You let me
wow.
win.
I did not let you in. I was talking, got distracted talking about the Wiz.
Good. That was a good idea letting me win. You don't want me as your enemy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I should have like really took this serious and like whooped you so you could be like so mad.
I hold grudges.
Oh, that's so funny. All right, well that was a very fun interview. You got any last words for the people watching?
Last words. Final words. No, I mean, listen to Portrait of My Heart. I feel like it's an album. The track order was like really intentional. So listening to it from beginning to end is the best way to listen to it. And I'm going on tour. Tour starts April 24th, starting in LA, doing a US tour. So, probably coming to your city and going to Europe for the first time in June also. So, yeah, cool things on the horizon. And thank you so much for
Of course,
this
of course.
again.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you coming. Am I actually kind of feel that way because I lost? I kind of now I'm the competitive one. I'm steaming over here like, how did I let her win?
You're gonna like invite a bunch of people to play after this just so you can like
I think I
flex
think
on someone.
I think what's getting me is you said you haven't played since you were 10 years old, and I was like, wow, you gotta beat somebody who hasn't played in like since elementary school. This is I played like every month. This is terrible. So funny. I appreciate you coming. For everybody watching, please go listen to the album. Until next time, say what I mean what I say. Haters are gonna hate, players are gonna play, and you guys holler at your boy.